Yo, Chris from Geeks Don't Panic here, and this is an HVLP gun, which stands for High Volume Low Pressure. It's not your standard spray gun. It's designed to use a high volume of air to atomize the paint as it comes out with low air pressure. This results in less overspray and an optimal use of the paint. You're gonna wanna use a spray gun like this when you're looking for high accuracy, speed, and a very smooth finish. Now, I use it to Cerakote, which is about as specialized a spray as you can get. Now, most applications of Cerakote you'll find are used in guns and weapons, maybe knives and car parts. Anywhere where you need a nice thin coating to not interrupt any mechanical actions and something that's durable, and you want a really cool stylized finish because Cerakote offers a ton of color options. What am I doing it on? Custom mechanical keyboards. Now, all of my keyboards, I make them here in my shop with my machine in the back, and they go through a process where they'll be machined, then they'll be degreased, then they get sandblasted, and after that, we apply the Cerakote. There's an entire community out there of geeks, such as myself, that really get into custom keyboards. There really are an entire slew of options available when it comes to doing custom keyboards. That's for a separate video. Right here is where your hopper goes. You'll fill this with your Cerakote, you'll mix it, and it'll go through a mesh strainer. Now, the three adjustment knobs are here, here, and here. You have your pattern adjustment knob, you have your fluid adjustment knob, and at the bottom you have your air adjustment knob. This mechanism here in the front, you can actually rotate it, lock it in, and you can adjust which direction the oval pattern is facing. Adjusting the pattern adjustment knob is actually going to change the width of your spray pattern. As you tighten it in, your spray pattern shrinks down to a circle. As you open it, it'll stretch it out to an oval. Along with stretching out, I gotta make sure that I'm going to also increase my fluid adjustment knob because I wanna make sure that I'm filling that oval wider with the same amount of coverage. Now, when I first tried it, I definitely wanted to quit because it was extremely difficult. But for me, it's kind of like a real life version of Elden Ring or Dark Souls. The games that are insanely hard, but once you beat them, the sense of accomplishment in achieving that is insane. So for me, I kept at it and I practiced and practiced and I finally got it down. I probably will always get better at it, and what that means for me is that I just get faster and I have less errors. The second half of the Cerakote process is curing, and I cure in the back of my scientific oven. And the curing process can take somewhere between 1 and 2 hours, depending on what kind of finish you're going for. So, if you make a mistake, you have to then cure it, then sandblast it off again and start over from scratch. But I'm super glad I stuck with it because the finishes come out clean and the Cerakote looks absolutely fire. Now, for me, the process is pretty tedious. First, you vigorously shake the Cerakote for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Actually, use a paint shaker. Then I normally put on black gloves. I put on this face mask. Make sure you have the hopper. You mix it with catalyst. Now, that has to be done on a scale because they need to be measured by grams or by volume to a specific ratio. Elbows out, very important. And you Cerakote. When you're done with that, take it to the oven. Make sure you do not touch it with anything before it cures for an hour in the oven. Otherwise, it's ruined because you got to cure it, then sandblast it, and do it all again from scratch. And my goal is to really go through the entire process in this warehouse, from start to finish on how I make keyboards and really deep dive, get into the machine that's there in the back, and really show how it all comes together. If you like the Cerakote video, give it a like. Helps me out. If you want to see more, subscribe. Helps you out. Hopefully this and the rest of the videos can bring you a little bit more into my world where being a geek is dope and custom mechanical keyboards are life.